Hi guys, welcome to this video. It is going to be an AnTuTu test, right? But not only testing the performance, also testing sustained performance. And I'm going to explain what it is. But first, welcome our contenders. On the right side, you have the Samsung S21 Plus running the Exynos 2100. People were saying that this is the Snapdragon 888 or 888 killer. We still have to see that one. Here you can see the ambient temperature, which is 24°.5. And on the left side here you can see our next contender, the Xiaomi Mi 11 888 Snapdragon 888 Qualcomm Snapdragon 8888 killer CPU and system on a chip. Alright, here we have the CPU temperature. What we're gonna do in this video, we're gonna run AnTuTu for one time just to see what is the performance of those both phones. We're gonna record the battery. What we're gonna do after the first run, we're gonna run another 4 times the AnTuTu so that we see at the end how much of the performance drop will be, and this is what I call sustained performance. Now, which of those two phones will have the better cooling? We know the Mi 11 already, it's a bit problematic. We still have to prove that one. So at the end of the test, after 5 rounds of AnTuTu, we're gonna be monitoring the battery levels, right? I'm gonna put everything into a nice table, guys, to show this to you. We are still up here. I'm gonna be putting them against each other in a very brutal test called sustained performance. Okay, this test is very simple, guys. I'm gonna be running 5 rounds of continuous AnTuTu test, which means I run AnTuTu, it stops, I run it again, it stops. Okay, maybe I give some breathing time for the phones between each test just to try to recover, but not so much, right? The idea is to just see how much they will score the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, and how much will the score drop. Now please watch the full video and don't skip to the end of the video, right? But anyway, guys, if you don't want to see them battling, you can skip to the video where I'm gonna share with you all the analysis. I did build some custom graphics to try to explain, and believe me, the results are very, very interesting. And I'm gonna also try to show you the temperature from the CPU, and I have also this helper here. This can also measure temperature, so let's just check temperature right now of the Mi 11. Okay, checking it. It is 33.5. Let's do another check on the S21 Plus. Okay, so you see, of course, there is a difference, right? Inside the phone is a bit hotter than compared to what we can measure outside, right? Here we have a bit hot, it's 34.7. So without any further ado, guys, and with the ambient temperature of 24.5, let's start the AnTuTu. So we are gonna be starting the test right now, and you can see we have 24.5 degrees. I'm gonna remove that one to just leave the beauty of the arena right now. And in 3, 2, 1, we're gonna be starting the first test. 96% battery here, 93% on the Samsung phone. All right, let's go. Mi 11 starting with the first animation quicker than what we can see on the Exynos 2100. Oh, wow. Can you guys see what I see? Definitely flawless animation on the Mi 11 and a very crippled performance, I would say, on our right contender, the Samsung S21 Plus running the Exynos 2100. Alright, let's hope it's gonna get a bit better on the next test. Alright, Mi 11, our left contender right now, 40% completed and already going into the next animation. Our right contender, the Samsung S21 Plus, still doing the first animation, reaching now 40% and going into the next animation, the refinery. Alright, let's just see how it's going to behave here. I would say definitely a bit better here, the Exynos, but the performance on the Mi 11 is just flawless. Not to mention the sound, which is really mind-blowing, as you can hear from this video. Mi 11 finishing the second test and entering now in the third test already at 28%. Now entering the GPU Terracotta, testing the performance. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we have the S21 reaching the GPU test Terracotta just right now, just a bit behind from Mi 11, but I think still trying to make up for this slow start, I would say. Let's see. Beautiful animation on the Mi 11, running without any stutters. Yeah, no frame drops whatsoever. Alright, Samsung takes a bit more and a bit more slower to load it, but once it starts, I would say it's pretty much the same. And we can see right now if, yeah, it was not so flawless on the Snapdragon 888. Alright, see that horse. Oh, and we have a certain slideshow that we can experience on our right contender here, the S21 Plus. It was an absolute slideshow, now getting a bit better, alright. Let's see, definitely more stutter and more lag. Both phones, by the way, running normal. I didn't really put any enhanced mode or whatever, like turbo modes here, guys, so it should be pretty much like it is. But definitely Mi 11 right now showing better performance. Less stutter, less dropping the frames, and entering the radio next test. Just right now the S21 was able to catch up, and the Mi 11 is already on the next test processing the fisheye. And of course processing blur. Let's see where and how this will end up in the first round. Mi 11 now finishing the terracotta test, now testing the memory speed, the RAM speed. The memory test is on the Mi 11 already at 46%. Samsung phone right now processing blur and probably will catch up. Let's see. I really hope it's gonna catch up. Okay, I think it almost did, right? It almost did. The Mi 11 is still at 48%, 46% for the Samsung S21 Plus. It is very, very close. I can say from what I can see right now is very, very close. I'm not sure. Maybe the RAM speed of the S21 is gonna be a bit quicker. Who knows? 48% on the right contender, 50% on the left contender. The Mi 11 still back in the game, leading 52% on the Mi 11. Let's see. It's gonna be an interesting race, and yeah, I have an interesting feeling about the sustained performance, because imagine, guys, the more I keep do that, the more heat is gonna be pumped on the phones, and if they cannot handle the heat, they'll start throttling, which pretty much means that the CPU limiters are gonna kick in, limiting the CPU power to prevent the phone from overheating, and then boom, the performance will eventually drop. And this drop is what I'm interested in. And with that, let me also do an interim measurement here on the Mi 11 right now. Probably it's gonna be a bit hot, I guess. Ooh, 38.5, well, 38.5, and I'm measuring the results right now on the S21 Plus, 37.1. So yeah, you see, they are almost equalized in terms of temper readings. Now you know that the internals of the phone, of course, are over 40. All right, this is just measuring the surface temperature now with this thermal device. Probably not the best one, but anyway, gives us a good indication what goes on, at least outside. 70% Mi 11, 66% S21 Plus, now GPU test PNG decoding. The S21 is at 72% testing the CPU multithreading, and the Mi 11 is at 74% testing the multitasking. It is a very, very close race. This is what I can say. 74 to 74. Now for the first time we see that the S21 catching up is not all CPU, it is also UFS speed, it is also the speed of the memory, it is also everything working together as one big piece, writing information to and from the device itself. Mi 11 now taking again the head with the 78%. Well, let's see, testing right now the UXQ message, 74% here, 76%, 80%. So yeah, I think we can clearly say and see that the Mi 11 is ahead most of the times. But okay, let's not draw any final conclusion. Let's wait for the final result. Now remember, the S21 Plus started with 93% of battery. It has only lost 3%, which is amazing. The Mi 11 started with 96%, and I'm not able to see right now how much it has lost, but it's really amazing. Only 3% really lost on the Exynos 2100. So I'm really eager to understand what the battery loss is on the Xiaomi Mi 11. And we can see 91%, 5%. So indeed, the Mi 11 lost 5% battery. By the way, Mi 11 running on WQHD Plus, running on 120 Hz. Here, I think a bit of an advantage. The S21 Plus running only on the available FHD Plus resolution and on 120 Hz. I didn't want to equalize the resolutions, guys. I just wanted to test them really the way you are meant to use them, if this would have been your primary phone. %, also on the S21, and 90% battery. Again, battery performance really astonishing. 91% still on the Mi 11, 5% drop UX JPEG decoding. I really hope that the difference is not gonna be too drastic. UX JPEG decoding still 90%, 92, 90% again. It is very, very close. Both phones 5G integrated modems, they are pretty much the last of their generation. So there is really the last chipset 888, and here the last chipset also from Samsung, the Exynos 2100. So this should be one of the best things available on the market right now. %. Okay, entering now the video decode test. And the Mi 11 is almost done, guys. 99%. Wrapping it up, it's a whooping 785,400. This is an amazing score. It's about the highest I've seen ever on a phone. It is absolutely massive, guys. 785,400. The left contender here from China, Xiaomi Mi 11, really nailed it down. It's really a beast, and this is what I'm saying also in my full review. You can check it up here on the Mi 11. I'm really eager to see how much the Samsung S21 Plus is gonna lay behind, because we already know from the way it's going. Oh wow, 600,000, 608,000. This is, I think, a big defeat. This was really not expected, by the way. It is really a big defeat. The difference is almost 150,000 final cut. The difference here is almost 180,000. This is really a lot. All right, let's just check some of the statistics here. The CPU absolutely blowing, so the 888 absolutely killing the Exynos. The GPU absolutely killing the Exynos GPU. What we have here, the Mali one. The memory, see, Samsung's memory a bit better, but the UX test, wow, I think really Mi 11 absolutely killing. We have 44 degrees on the Mi 11 and 44 degrees again on the Samsung S21 Plus. So let's start the next round of results and see what will happen and how much the performance of both phones is gonna drop. We have now the results from the second round of the Mi 11. It is still maintaining a very nice score, 700,076, right? So it is absolutely mind-blowing. I really expected worse. Okay, so 776,308 and still beating the S21. So the S21 started very rough with 608,000. So I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but let's see, guys. We're gonna keep going until, oh wow, the second result actually beat. I'm not really sure what happened the first time. Second result of the S21 actually beating the first result. Now how crazy is this? Okay, I mean, come on, I'm not sure, right? 85% battery here, 85% battery here as well, so this is really amazing. Let's just check the temperatures. I was also showing you guys here with this device, 45 Celsius degrees on the 888, 40 a bit better thermal management on the Exynos. And what we're gonna be doing, guys, we're gonna go back in AnTuTu and now start the round 3. So let's go here, okay, one step back, and we're gonna be initiating round 3. The round 3 will start with 85% battery on both devices. That's not bad. One step back, okay, and let's test again. Still better thermals, 38.6 on the S21, 41 degree for the Mi 11. And we're now about to end the third test, 700,075. Really very good result. Now I'm wondering, when is this Mi 11 start to pull back a bit and throttle like crazy? This is really not so bad for sustained performance, but okay, it is already just only the third test. But remember, we started with 785, second test 776, and now we have 775. It is really a very good result, and I'm eager to understand also what the S21 Plus will pull out, because it increased the result on the second round. And oh wow, 500,074. Well, last time it was 650. Well, this is certainly not pleasant. From round 2 to round 3, the Mi 11 only lost 330 points, and the S21 Plus lost a whooping 40,990, almost 41,000 points. Let's check the battery levels. 81% here, 46 degrees here, 44, 45, it is about the same, 46, 48. I also showed you the temperature with my tool here, so definitely the Mi 11 is running hotter. But hey, let's not wait and let's get also to the fourth round. I really hope to see interesting results in the fourth round. So without any further ado, let's start the test again and really burn those babies. Let's do a quick temp check here. Mi 11 contender, okay. 41.4. That is not so bad. We've seen also something like 42. Oh, 774, so 774. Another very good result, guys. Almost no drop. This is really sustained performance. I'm not sure. 38, come on, this is really strange. This means that this baby is really throttling. If it's not really going beyond 40, then I guess it's gonna drop further. I only guess that it's throttling and it's gonna drop further. I really hope I'm wrong, but we have here 774,878. Last time we had 775, so let's see how much the Samsung S21 Plus is gonna score. 613, back in the game again. Good work, Samsung. Let's quickly also check the temperatures here. So I'm gonna go to the CPU monitor. Wow, 50, we saw 50, 47, 46, 44 here. Back in the AnTuTu menu, guys, and everybody knows what follows. The last and final AnTuTu test, number 5. 74% battery here, 77% battery on the Samsung. We are now in the middle of the final 5th test. Let's do again a temperature check. Checking our left contender here, the Mi 11 running 42.6. Wow, baby, is this hot. Now checking the S21 Plus Exynos 2100. Ooh, 39.8. Now we can definitely say, guys, the S21 Plus probably doing a better job at cooling. I'm not sure. It could be also the CPU governors and limiters. It could be also that it throttles, so it really keeps the CPU from not going too hot. Yeah, and maybe this is why the Mi 11 here absolutely blasts with 785,000, over 785,000 AnTuTu score. Crazy, really. But okay, this is gonna be the final test, number 5. We're gonna discuss the drops here, and don't close the video yet, because the best part with all the graphics and the score and my analysis is going to follow after the 5th test is over. So stay tuned and don't close the video yet. Oh, 41.6. Okay, it's a bit better, right? And let's just see if indeed the S21 Plus is doing a bit better in terms of cooling. But again, I'm not sure, guys. 747,037.3. So yes, absolutely, I'm absolutely stunned, guys. I was expecting the Mi 11 to perform really poor, to be affected after the 2nd and the 3rd test, to really go down, really down the curve. But it has, and it does maintain a very stable result. 747,000. This is absolutely stunning, guys, right? There is of course a drop now in this last 5th test, but it is not a very huge one. Overall, very nice result. Let's wait the baby here, S21 Plus, to also see the final result, and then we can comment. I'm really impressed with the way Mi 11 was able to perform. Let's just also check the temperatures here. 46 degrees, okay, 46 degrees here. Okay, this was clear. Oh, hey, 491,000. This is really absolutely bad. This is the worst result we've seen so far in this test, absolutely affected by throttling. Here is the summary of the results. If you have been watching the whole video, thank you very much. Please accept my virtual high five by watching my videos, guys, and also subscribing to my channel. You're really helping the channel to grow. So 5 rounds of AnTuTu tests. You've seen the video probably, right? This is the phones, the Xiaomi Mi 11, Snapdragon 888, Samsung S21 Plus, Exynos 2100, and these here are the results, okay? And although the graphs seem a bit similar, don't get yourself fooled. So we see that the Xiaomi 11 really nailed it with a almost 800,000 results, 785, and this is running the latest version of AnTuTu Benchmark. What was interesting is that the AnTuTu test score didn't drop so much the second time, but also the third time, the fourth time, and the fifth time, and you can just see how well the Xiaomi 11 performed. And let's now see how well or how worse the S21 Plus did. It started off with a very bad result compared to what we have here on the Mi 11, and then it really blew my mind on the second round trying to recover, right? Then on the third round really going really worse, then again a bit better, and then finally I think you can just see how bad it went. So this here is the S21 Plus, right? I would say rather stable here, here a drop, here a peak again, and then boom, a very big, very severe drop. Here we have the Xiaomi 11 in the orange one, pretty stable, pretty high result, and just a tiny drop. And I will now analyze on the next slide these drops and what do they mean, how are we to interpret them. So the Xiaomi 11 using the Snapdragon 888 lost only 9,000 points in the first drop. This is actually when I did the second test. So from the second test to the first test it only lost 9,000 points, then from the third test to the second test only 330 points, then for the fourth test to the third test 1,000 points, and the biggest hit was taken on the fifth test. So the fifth test compared to the fourth test we lost 27,000 points. Okay, so overall 37,000 points were lost from the staggering result of almost 785,000, right? But see here the Exynos, right? The first test was bad, second test was a bit better, and actually it gained some points, then lost 40,000 points, then gained another 39,000 points, and then boom, lost 121,000 points on the fifth test compared to the fourth test. But what does this all mean? Let me explain. Here are the results of the Mi 11 in orange. Sustained performance means that no matter how much load you put on a device, right, it will keep the performance to a certain level. And we can just see with the Xiaomi Mi 11 how the performance is degrading slowly over time, but still delivering an almost stable result, right? What happens with the S21 Plus? Starts worse, then a very big peak, so going down, then boom, we have a peak, and then we have a severe drop down. What happens in fact is that when the Samsung S21 Plus phone feels the heat, somehow is optimized to throttle, which means that you are going to lose your performance, but then this will allow the phone to cool down. So when the phone is cooled down, it will just deliver a bit better performance, and the next time you want to hit it and yeah, it really starts to kind of produce more heat, boom, again thermal throttling, which means the phone will kind of put a cap on the CPU and not only power, right, and restrict the performance. And this graph here means actually a very bad sustained performance. How can this impact you in your real life usage? This can result in severe lagging when playing games over a high amount of period, also not so stable performance, okay, the phone being really not stable. The Mi 11, well, right, it can produce a bit more heat, that's true, and you can also see this in the test, so if you didn't really watch the full test, just go back, but it will give you this sustained performance over time. It will slowly degrade, but not by a much, right? I really hope, guys, that all of this makes sense to you. If you have any questions, don't forget to ping me down below in the comments or join our Telegram channel, have a chat with us. And with that said, guys, please, you and your family stay safe, and well, we're gonna catch up in one of my next videos. VST, over and bye.